Just do a quick bump. Okay, do it again. Something's locked up.
Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Getting the fire going in the wood stove. It's kind of chilly out. Having a little trouble getting that wood to get going though, so it's gonna warm up in here in a little while. But after the video last week, I went and bought a can of fogging oil and I pulled each spark plug out and sprayed fogging oil in the cylinder, and so that's set there almost a week now. I think I did it. We're out here on Tuesday nights, and I think I went Wednesday night and bought that and put in it. So now it's Tuesday again. So like I said, it's been here almost a week in each cylinder. So I'm trying to remember what we talked about last week, Jeremy and I, but I think our plan for tonight is to get oil in the engine, to get oil in the transmission and transfer case. Once we get oil in everything, then I want to get the shift tower on, and then all the fluids, the oils at least, are in it. Then we're really close to trying a test startup. So looks like Jeremy just pulled in. So I think that's the plan. Fluids and shift tower, and then decide if we want to fire it over or where we're going to go with it. So stick around. Good in there.
Oh man, nice and clean.
Dry. A little on the edges out here, but
that'll be fine.
If I can get that camera over here. Looks pretty good to me. Y'all know I ain't no mechanic, but that light over in here. Have a look down in there. Looks pretty good, man. Looked good when we put it back together. Well, I put it partway together, and then I took it to Brian at the Jeep Armory, and I didn't know where all those freaking roller bearings went. And if you don't do it right, they all fall in the bottom. So I took it to Brian. Oh, you guys may have noticed there is one. I forgot about that. There is one tooth chipped on the end here. I don't know if you can see the end of this tooth right here is broke, but that's all. So I'm going with it. The rest of it is all good. That was the only one that was broke, so I did not replace it. Right or wrong, I didn't do it, and we're going with it. Alright, so we're gonna get this all over these gears good. Soak these up. I'm kind of laughing because in my head, you don't know how exciting this is for me, just putting this oil on here, because it has sat here for so long. And if you know the backstory, it's, you know, it sat for good reason. Took the time to both coach and watch my daughter in sports as she was going through junior high and high school. So I had no beef setting this thing on the back burner, because she is definitely higher priority than this old Jeep. But now that she's graduated high school, off to college, as I've said before,
you two can have a drink together now.
Right on. Alright, so we got the plug out and we got our first jug. Actually, this is only a half because it doesn't take two full ones, full jugs. So we're gonna get this half one in there first, and then we'll get the other full one in there. So I'm going to get a little bit of oil up in the oil filter housing here, if I don't spill it, hopefully all over the place. And then we'll get oil in the oil filler. Get a few quarts into this motor. It's probably pretty thirsty, it's been a bit. choking on it, man. They don't even remember what this tastes like. I've seen different oil filter housing lids. Some of them are kind of have, they're just built different. They have a different design on top. I'm not sure what's right for this model. I've seen 2A's with the other style. I don't know if one style is for military and one's civilian or what. I got just the wrench for that. Snugged up good. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull these plugs out. When I pulled them out to spray the cylinders with fogging oil, I noticed that the spark plugs, the threads were rusty. The electrodes were not rusty, I don't think, just the threads. So we'll pull these out, clean them up on the wire wheel, the threads, so they make a good seal, but we're going to turn this engine over. Are we going to do that tonight? We're going to turn this engine over with no spark. We don't want it to fire up yet. We want to get some, I sprayed that fogging oil in there, so we want to move those pistons. So we'll get these spark plugs out, get them cleaned up. Alright, now we've got all the fluids in. We're going to put power to this thing and we are going to turn this engine over. What are we looking for?
Catastrophic failure, runaway starter, any electrical issues, any bumps and noises in the night that we're afraid of, and kind of looking to see if it went together okay.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say catastrophic failures off the table.
Well, I didn't put it together, so.
We don't want that. Unfortunately, I know who did put a lot of this together, and that's what worries me. This guy. First things first, oh, we have power. My new voltmeter is working, lit up and showing 12 volts. Gas gauge came up to 0. Oh yeah, before we try to fire it up, we're gonna have to put gas in this thing. So right now we don't need fuel because we're just gonna turn this motor over a little bit.
These over because it's gonna blow out. Cover my eyes.
I'm gonna hit start. You tell me when to let off.
Yeah, just do a quick bump. Okay, do it again. Something's locked up.
Should we put a wrench on it, see if we can turn the motor?
Yep, that would be my next step. Then see what's spinning. If your output shaft is spinning at the back of the transfer case, then I would say we might want to get it in neutral, but without the wheels on and the drive shafts on, there's really not a lot there to worry about. Just tighten it. Yep, motor's bound up. So that could be the pistons flashed, and we really got to soak it good. Yep.
Alright. No bueno tonight, man. We were trying to turn it over and it's locked up, but it's not the motor. That was rebuilt. It's been set in a while, but we think we're off camera. We worked on the transmission for a while and we think that the synchros are locked up, so we're gonna watch some videos. We're gonna try to, I think we're gonna try to get back out here tomorrow night. You know, today's Tuesday, we're always out here on Tuesday nights, but I think we're gonna try to get out here tomorrow night and figure out how to get that transmission to move. We put the shift tower on there and we're having trouble shifting the gears, so I don't know if the synchros are, I'm not an expert on them transmissions either, so something seems to be bound up. So we're gonna try to figure out how to break that loose. If we can get it to shift, we think that might be what's keeping the motor from turning. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try to figure it out tomorrow night, hopefully. So if you stuck around this long, give us a like, give us a comment, tell me what you think, and by the time you see this, probably we're gonna have figured out, but comment, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.